Hello. Hello, good morning. You caught me then. I just was looking out the window. I'm not going to say anymore, but I was just looking out the window. Good morning, Borida. How are we? It is Sarah Tagg here, slightly sort of raising at you from one eye, but it's 9:30 on Friday morning. And let's not forget, Friday is always a special day. So I'm just going to give us a little bit more room here. There we go. So Friday is always a special day. Hang on. Let me just, there we go. I know what I can see. My little notes from earlier. So how are we? How is everyone? Are you feeling well today? Good, because you know what I'm going to say. If you're not feeling well, turn me off, walk away and do this at another time. So if you are feeling well, that's great. Remember, we all need to pace ourselves. So we don't want to push ourselves so we're really working flat out. We want to feel comfortably challenged all the way through. If you feel that your breathing's too fast, if you feel you're going above 7 on that scale of 1 to 10 of exertion, just tone it down a little bit, maybe slow down, maybe take the arms out, just do the legs or reduce the range of movement. So you'll need some water either afterwards or during. Don't wait for me to tell you to drink. You can drink at any time. And the other thing we're going to be using today, just on one of the stations, is our lightweight. So as you know, I'm favouring the chopped tomato tins. I was wondering why I wasn't able to make my curry last night, and it's because all the tomatoes are upstairs. So we've got the tins. Some of you will actually have dumbbells. Okay, this is what they look like. So some of you will have those, or you can use bottles of water. The nice thing about the bottles of water is you can sort of fill them halfway and just gradually increase the amount of water you put on them. Okay, so anything else I need to say? Footwear. Make sure you've got a sensible pair of shoes on because we don't want you tripping or slipping or stepping on anything. And a decent enough space to work in. Now, this is for one of our clients who wants to know exactly how many steps we're going to do today. So we are on, okay, all right, so I'm almost at 6,000 steps today. So we are going to do the step count at the end, okay? So my friends, have we done everything else? I think we have. It's 5th of February. It's a beautiful spring morning. Don't look out the window, whatever you do. And let's just take those feet hip width apart. Now just open out that chest. Just feel that lovely length in the spine. And if there's any tension sort of in the lower back, in the base of the spine, and the shoulders, see if you can just let it all tense out, okay? Just let it flow out, okay? We don't want any of that unnecessary tension. And what we're going to start with is just a little squeeze of those shoulders up and down. And what I'm going to get you to do is just think about breathing out, and it really helps just lose any tension that might be there. So we're going to take that breath in and we're going to slide those shoulders down away from the ears. And then we're just going to see if we can take that chin, gently drop it down towards the chest, lift that chin, look straight ahead. And then we're going to look over the shoulder this way. So this is really nice and slow, nice and gentle. Just allow that chin to gently drop. Don't force it. Just let it move by itself. Good. And then we're going to turn that way again. And then this time we're going to just allow that chin to become heavy, if that makes sense. Feel that gentle stretch, then bring it back. And this time we're going to turn the head the other way. And it's really nice and slow. So it's slow because we don't want you getting dizzy before you even start. So it's just a nice, easy movement. Good. Okay, so you might be thinking now, oh, I need to move my feet. So let's move your feet. And we're going to walk on the spot. So we're just picking one foot up at a time. Now keep walking because I'm going to show you how we can do this session in a chair. So if we're seated, We can be walking. We can do all the exercises. There may be a slight adaptation, but if you need to go to a chair at any point, you can do that. It's not a problem at all. And it's still a great workout. There's plenty of arm movement, plenty of leg movement you can do here. Now, we're just going to settle those feet down. And this time, we're going to take just a little knee bend and a roll of these shoulders up and back. Good. We're going to just draw those shoulders up to the ears and then slide them back and down. Let's take one more of those, and then we're going to relax those arms by your side. Just think about that nice, long, relaxed spine again, and we're going to take our side bends. So as we come back up, relax the shoulders. Just think about that long spine again. Think about relaxing your neck, relaxing the back of that head. Good. And then we're just getting some movement into this lower back. So if you imagine your spine, really lots of sort of segmented bones, one on top of the other, little joints between them. And what we're doing is just getting a little bit of movement between those joints, just getting that synovial fluid just gently, gently moving and greasing so that we loosen up a little bit. Good. Okay, let's bring it back up. Let's see if we can take a little walk on the spot, a little roll of those shoulders again. I'm going to move the chair out of the way, otherwise I'm bound to kick it. Okay, so we're going to see if we can just take some little toe taps. So we're just going to push one big toe at a time down towards the floor. And we're just going to see about using these strong muscles. And you may go, oh, I'm not strong there. Yes, you are. Otherwise, we'd be sort of like this all the time. But we're going to make them stronger. And we're going to hold that trunk nice and strong. Good. Now let's take the heel. Good. That's it. So breathing out, standing tall, smiling if you've got the, if you can. Smile and the world feels better. Good. And then we're going to bring these feet in. Now, let's take that little jogger's walk. Do you remember this one? It's one heel at a time. And really, you can feel the ankles warming up. You can feel the calf muscles warming up. Really nice, really nice. And we're just looking straight ahead rather than doing what I keep doing and turning my head to face you. So I'm going to turn my body to face you now, and we're going to walk it out again. Whoo, breathe out again, chums. How are we doing? Okay, good. This is going to be great. So when we finish the warm-up, you're going to feel really energized, ready for the next section. So I was doing it then. Let's just see if we can take some little circles with these hands. You notice the elbows are circling as well. And we're going to see if we can make these circles a little bit bigger, okay? But some of you may have to stop there. That's as big as your circles will go. So don't try and over-circle the circles, if that makes sense. Don't push into pain if you can avoid it. And we're going to take one more circle now. Bring it back down. And we're going to push out with these arms as if we were doing one of those press-ups. Good. And we're going to push out. And we're going to push out. Lovely. Okay, let those arms swing. Just let them relax down. We're going to take those little heel taps as we do that. Good. All right, my friends. Let's see if we can tap out to the side now. So I'm just going to relax my arms for a minute. I'm going to go back to those little taps out and then in. So I'm just going to check my watch on the time. I forgot to start my stopwatch over there, which you can't see, but it just keeps me in check. Now, not brilliantly, as you all know, but it does keep me somewhat in check. We're going to now take those little squeezy taps behind us, So again, we can think about this belt-like muscle here. So imagine you've got this corset on. Someone's there just doing the corset up just a little bit tighter, not to a full 100% tight, but just a little notch tighter. Good. Now, let's just see if we can bring these feet in, and we're going to take just these hands here, and we're going to just take a little tap onto that thigh, come back, little tap onto that thigh. Good. Doesn't matter if it's a tap onto the hip bone, doesn't matter if it's here. Now we're going to bring these hands underneath the chest, and we're going to take that gentle twist and back to center. Good. So just go easy with this one. Again, we're warming up the back. It's more the middle of the back this time. Okay, so it's just this gentle twisting movement. Great stuff, my friends. If you can, see if you can keep those hips really isolated and just move that top half of the body. And then we're going to walk it out. Take those elbow circles again. Good. Just one more of these elbow circles. Feel those shoulders really warming up. This time we're going to see if we can just slide the hand upwards and back down. So like before, we're not going to full range straight away. Just gradually ease yourself into that full range. So a little bit further each time, little bit further each time. And then we're going to reach up with both hands. Breathe in, breathe out. Should we do one more? Breathe in, breathe out. Lovely. Now we're going to go back to those taps behind us. So we're tapping behind, and this time we're making those taps just a little bit bigger, only tapping with the ball of the foot. But now we're going to see if we can gently press the heel of that back foot down towards the floor. So you'll feel that stretch in the calf muscle. We're going to bring it up. We're going to do 3, 2, we're going to do 1, and we're going to do the same with that other leg. So press the heel of that back foot towards the floor. So remember our clock face, 6 with the heel, 12 with the toe. And then we're going to bring it in, and we're going to lift those knees up just a little bit higher than if we were walking on the spot. Nice relaxed shoulders. Good. And we're just, again, having to use that corset muscle just to keep that trunk nice and strong. Lovely. We're going to do 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to that little jogger's pedal. Good. Now, remember that chest press. So we're going to push forwards. Good. We're going to do 2 of these now. We're going to take a shoulder press. We're going to push up. Good. With that jogger's pedal. Lovely. Let's go forwards. And 1 more, and relax those arms down. Now we're going to just walk it out. Nice and easy does it, because we're going to bring those arms up, and we're going to see if we can take a little squeeze of those elbows behind us. So we're going to take a rowing action. So we're on the Tagg, and we're rowing downstream. Nice and easy. Good. Now we're going to change that rowing movement to an upright row. So we're going to squeeze those elbows up towards the ceiling, hands fairly close to the body. We're still drawing those shoulder blades together. Looking straight ahead, chest lifted, and release. Good work, my friends. Now, let's go for these heel digs, and we're going to add a bicep curl. We're going to add a bicep curl. 3 and 2, lose the bicep curl. And then we're going to leave 1 foot in front, and we're going to sink down into that back of the thigh stretch just for a few seconds, not overdoing it, bringing it up, just moving those feet a little bit, and we'll do the same on the other side. So we're just bending this supporting knee, hinging at the hips, nice long back. Good. And bring it up. Lovely, guys. Let's take those taps out to the side again, shall we? Let's take those taps to the side. We're going to bring in a little bit of more movement with these arms out to the side. And remember, we're still warming up. So nice and easy. 4, 3, just watch out for anything out to the side. Okay, bring it back down. Now we're going to gently move the feet. Walk this hand over the shoulder. Give yourself a nice big pat on the back. Well done, my friends. It's February and you are still joining me on a Friday morning. Brilliant work. Okay, January is always really interesting because we've got all the enthusiasm of the new year, and then it sort of wanes a little bit sometimes, but not for you guys. So relax out of that one. Well done. I feel like giving you a clap right now. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, because by doing this sort of movement on a regular basis, you are going to improve your energy levels. You're going to improve your ability to walk, do everyday activities. You're just going to feel better. So well done. Now, let's see if we can take these arms behind you. Just take those hands to the base of the spine. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, and then gently draw those elbows together. Good work. Okay, and release. Okay, roll those shoulders, shake those arms out, shake those legs out. We're almost ready to go, my friends. We're almost ready to go. Now, I'm just going to take my feet a little bit wider, and we're going to bring in those hamstring curl movements, little heel squeezes. So we're taking the knees ever so slightly wider, pointing down towards the floor, just lifting the heels, squeezing those heels towards the bottom. And with this, we're getting a little stretch at the same time for the front of the thighs. Good. So we're working the hamstrings, warming them up, and just loosening up the muscles in the front of the leg. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Now we're going to lift those heels off the floor, bring them down. Now we're going to take a mini squat. So when we lift the heels up, you feel the weight coming into the ball of the foot. You might need the ball for balance. As we come into that mini squat, we are taking the weight down through your heels, coming up. So as we come down through the heels, knees are strong in line with that second toe. Good. So we're going to lift those heels up, down into that mini squat. Good. Lift those heels up and down into that mini squat. Good. Now you might find you can gradually increase the range slowly but surely with your squat. Good. And we're going to come down and we're going to lift those heels. Let's take one more little squat, push up, and then just tap it out, my friends. Tap it out. So how are we doing there? Are we okay? Good. If you're not feeling great at this point, you might want to just gradually walk on the spot and just maybe leave it there. You'll always know at the end of the warm-up if you are actually okay for the main section. Sometimes we're thinking, oh, I'm not sure. And you'll know by the end of the warm-up what's right for you. Now, we are going to practice a few of our little moves. So we're going to take a little kick. So this is one of our first moves. Okay, we've done the hamstring curl. We're going to do some side steps. So we're going to bring these feet down and we're going to step with the outside of the foot, bring that foot across. Good. Now, of course, we can make the steps smaller and faster. Okay, we can make the steps bigger and slower. Okay, we can add some arm movement. Be careful of any people next to you. All right, we can change the arm movement. Okay, now slow it down, bring it in. I'm just going to do something a little bit different with our side taps. So we're going to just bend the knees a little bit so we can feel these muscles working. And then we're going to see if we can take a tap out and back. Good, out and back. So I'll do it without the arms. Lovely. So that supporting leg, the heel is down, strong core. Now, what we're going to do is do that little pec deck move. So elbows slightly below the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. 2 and 1. Brilliant. Roll the shoulders. Take a little punch forwards. Take a little punch up. And we're almost ready for our break. Now, last little thing, we're going to take a little step forwards, push back. So as we step forwards, it's like a mini squat. The heel is down with that front foot. The knee is in line with that second toe, but we're going to push back to that start position. Now, if you're confident that your knees are going to be okay and your technique is good, that you're not wobbling, you might choose to make that big step forward, a bigger step forward. Okay, we're not going into full lunge, but you can make it like a half lunge. All right, my friends, take a breath in. Take a breath out. That was a good warm-up. Let's think about getting going. So have a drink of water. Take a comfort break. I'm just going to put the stopwatch on. We've got 40 seconds before we start, but don't rush. Do keep your feet moving, though. Don't give yourself a chance to cool down. All right, so I've got the stopwatch going. We've got 20 seconds. We're going to be starting with a little walk on the spot. So we're just starting with a walk. So don't rush. Everyone can walk. We're just starting with a minute walking. Give everyone a chance to get there. All right, so if we're walking on the spot, slightly odd. Obviously, if we were outside, we'd be doing heel. But there's not much room to do that here, so it's ball of the foot through to the heel. Now, the faster we go, the harder it's going to be, but we don't have to impact. The more you push those arms forwards and backwards, lift those knees up, harder it's going to be. It's going to make that breath come more quickly. I was going to say more fast. Okay, or we can slow it down. So when we have our recovery breaks between each exercise, you can make this walk really challenging, or you can make it very gentle. Get your breath back. Okay, so depending on how you're feeling, where your fitness levels are, you can decide what you need to do today. Now, are we ready? We're going to start with those kicks. I'm going to give this music a little bit more volume. Okay, ready, kick. So, same principle. We can kick quickly. We can just take some little small kicks. Now, you don't have to take a big high kick. All right, it's fitness, not auditions for Le Cirque du Soleil. Good. Now, I'm taking that opposite arm reach. You can take two arms if you want to work harder. You can move it like this. All right, good. We're cooking on gas. So we're going to work on 45 seconds, 15 rests. If you need 30 rests, then take a little bit longer. Just do as much as you feel comfortable, then walk it out. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're going to walk it out. So if we're recovering a little bit more, if our breath's coming too fast, this is what our walks will be like. If you want to keep working harder, this is what our walks will look like. Now, I'm going to take those feet a little bit wider. Remember these? 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Now, if the knees don't like this movement, what you can do instead is a little tap behind. Okay? Brilliant. So, nice relaxed shoulders. We can add that row if you like. This works really well. So we're working the back of the body. Working the backs of the thighs, upper back muscles, and of course, this repetitive movement is working your heart and lungs, improving your stamina. Okay, brilliant. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're cooking on gas, my friends. Cooking on gas. I love it. This is going to be a good session. I can feel it from you. Okay, now we've got side steps next. So I'm going to go to your right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I always do a little bit slower. Now I'm going to go a bit faster. Good. I'm going to add some arms. Good. Now, if that breath starts to come too fast, if you feel it's out of control, take the arms out. Yes, you've got it. Okay. I've already messed up the time. Third session in. All right, now we've got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Good. Now, if you feel any tension in your shoulders, you can use this recovery just to loosen up those shoulders a little bit. Now, we are going to walk ourselves to our tins or our light weights. Make sure you've got a nice strong back when you're picking them up. Good. Now, we're going to hold the weights nice and lightly, and we're going to make sure those palms are facing us. Now, we're going to start with an upright row. You ready? Open that chest. Good. Squeeze. So we're going to count for 1, 2 up. 1, 2, 3 down. Yes. 1, 2 up. 1, 2, 3 down. Good. Now keep those feet moving. Don't forget to breathe out. So it's slightly slower back down. There's a lot of strength to be gained on a lowing phase. Good. Squeeze. squeeze. Good. Squeeze. And down. Last one, I think. Oh no, last two. Last one. Okay, bring it down. Now, we're going to roll those shoulders before you put them down. Next time we do this, we're going to come out, that lateral raise. Okay, remember this one? Just do a couple of those for me. So we're going to come out, down, forwards, down, upright row. Good. So that's next time. Roll those shoulders, guys. Put those weights down. Walk it out. Okay, so we've got the big step forward next. Remember this one? Just that little step into that front heel, push back. Alternate steps. Strong core, you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Step and back. Good. So we really want to keep that strong trunk. Hips facing forwards. Feet hip width apart. You got it. Lovely. So it's like a mini squat on one leg. You've got it. You'll be thrilled to know today. To know today, there's only 2 sets of squats and not the main section. You've done one in the warm-up. Good. Right, we've just got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Okay, walk it out. I've got to give you the alternative then. If that's no good for you, just heel dips, okay? Next time we do that, there's always an alternative, or you can walk on the spot. Now, knee lifts. So, remember these ones? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So, if we put in the arm movement in, we can take that opposite hand, opposite knee. Good. Try and keep that strong spine. Yes. Or we can just take the knee lifts. You can make them lower. You can make them smaller. Come on, guys. It's Friday, the 5th of February. Oh, yes. Guess whose birthday is tomorrow? Not sure I really should be really excited as I get ever closer to the big 5-0. Good, not quite. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Woo. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, remember that little side tap move. If you didn't like it with the knees slightly bent, like that, just do normal side taps, okay? Ready? Tap, 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 tap. Good, you can slow it down if you need to. It's almost easier, a little bit faster, and it's almost like a pec deck move, so be careful of poking that chin forward. Look down if you need to. Good. Woo. This is quite tough on the old upper back and chest, isn't it? So if it does get like that, just leave the arms out. Nice strong chest. Brilliant. Come on, you can do this. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Woo. Shake it out. So we got some punches next. So I'm going to march and punch to start with. Whew, breathe out. When you're ready, let's do it. So little jabs. So some of you like to march and punch. You can march anywhere you want. Punch where you like. Yes. Now, if you prefer, you can take that split step. Yes. I like to change sides. Oh, you can keep punching and marching. So you choose what suits you. We're just punching nice and light, not overreaching. And hold it there, guys. Walk it out. How's that breathing? Okay. Remember that scale of 1 to 10. If you can only say one word, you might be a little bit too hard. Okay, you might need to tone it down a bit. You should be able to just say a sentence comfortably. Now, we're going to take these feet a little bit wider, softly, so not on lock, but a little bit softer. We're just going to take the weight from one foot, one leg, to the other. So make sure that that heel is down when the weight is in it. Good. Little knee bend. I'm going to show you from this angle. It's our wide base sway. Now, watch out for the person next to you. Watch out for those ornaments. You might need to do this. We're going to take those arms only as high as you feel comfortable. We're going to go for 10, 9. I forgot to carry on counting. Oh, slow it down, friends. Walk it out. You can tap it. You can walk it, whatever you like. Now, you know the next move. That one. Okay, remember that? So just use your recovery. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Yes. So again, lots of big muscles moving repetitively. So if it gets too much, just take some of that muscle movement out. Stay with the legs. Good. You can make it smaller, slower, or you make it bigger. Good. Woo. Not much longer on this one. Of course, you can make the arms a little bit smaller as well. Good. Okay, and slow it down, my friends. Now, we're going to do a double side step. So we're going to go to the right. We're going to take 2 steps and then 2 steps back. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Step together. Billy. Of course, we've got help. Good. Now a little bit faster. Step. Step together. I'm not going to say anything, okay, friends? Good. So we'll just wait for the next track to come on. Oh, bit of Michael Jackson. Moonwalk. Moonwalk. Come on. It's really hard to moonwalk on this carpet. We can do it. It's the only achievement our family is getting together. Right, are we ready? Walk it out. Now, we're going to take ourselves to the wall. We're going to do press-ups. There's quite a lot of arm strength today. Always leg movement, but there's arm strength. So, just slightly widen the shoulder width apart. Now, if we want to make it harder, so if I'm here, I'm going to take my feet further away from the wall. And actually, the closer the feet are together, the bigger the core challenge because we're going to stabilize. Now, remember, fingers pointing upwards. And what we're going to try and do is get that nose over the top of the fingertips. Make sure we're breathing out. Yes, good. Breathing out, breathing in. Good work, guys. Last couple. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bring it away from the wall. Roll those shoulders. Break time. So, break time. So just have a nice little drink of that water. Keep your feet moving. Okay, if you've got a layer on, I'm going to take this layer off. Oh. Nothing worse than that's the only problem with exercising indoors, isn't it? It gets very, very hot pretty quickly. So if you've got, some ventilation, you can use that. And make sure you have a little drink. Oh, there it is. So we've got about a minute between the exercises. You can have a comfort break, but just generally just think about keeping those feet moving. How are we? So what you can think in this half is, was that about right? Have I pitched it about right in my intensity levels? Am I thinking, oh, I could do working a bit harder? Am I thinking, oh, I'm actually really tired. I'm not sure if I could repeat that. So you can finish, I promise you. Just tone it down a bit if you're feeling very tired. If you're feeling pretty active, what I'm going to get you to do is do a minute of each exercise. Just go straight into the next one, okay? You don't necessarily need that rest. Just make sure you just work out what's coming next. Don't trip yourself up. All right, are we ready? Let's do it, shall we? We're going to start at the top. Now, remember those heel digs with a bicep curl. I wasn't meant to do the kicks in the first one, I just didn't check the list. Doesn't matter, same sort of thing. So this is a nice one to get us back into it. Now we can just dig. Good. So we still got that strong trunk. Brilliant, guys. We're going to do a bit of core work in the cool down today. So it's a perfect time to bring it in. Good. Okay. We're going to say 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we've got our walk. Now, those of you that want to work a little bit harder, just carry on with the heel digs and the bicep, or make this walk quite active. Those of you that need a rest, keep it nice and low. All right, we're going to take this feet just a little bit wider. You've got those hamstring curls. Remember your alternatives. We can add that row. Now this is quite challenging. We've got a lot of big muscles working here, but oh, it feels so great, doesn't it? How are you feeling? I promise you that at 10:30 you're going to feel on top of the world. Yes, you are. Good. Fantastic, guys. Oh, we had a moonwalk. I wish you could have shown you that. We had a moonwalk past the bedroom door. Okay. Billy, 11, dancing queen. Right, and 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Now we've got the side steps coming up next. Just single ones now, okay? With that arm, if you can. Let's do it. Off we go. Step, together, step. I'm going to speed it up, okay? Step, 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 step. So you can keep those arms quite small. You can make them a little bit bigger. I wouldn't take them over the shoulders. This movement, it can impinge the shoulder joints, so I tend to keep it slightly lower. Good. That's it, guys. Just go with the flow. You've got it. Nice and relaxed. Just moving for the movement fun of it. Good. 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's that recovery. Now we're going to walk ourselves to our Tims or our dumbbells, our light weights. Good. Remember, feet as close to them as you can, nice long back. Good. Now, we do need to keep the feet moving for this one. Remember this, now slight softening at the elbow, palms facing each other, out and down. Good. Turn those palms to face you. Forwards and down. Good. Now, upright row. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to go out, down. We're going to go forwards, down, and then squeeze into that upright row. Ready for it? Out, down, forwards. Good. Squeeze and out. Good. Forwards and squeeze. Good. Okay, out. Good. Forwards next. And squeeze. Good. Can you do the out again? Good. Forwards. So this is working the shoulders. Then we have upper back. Good. And bicep a little bit. Last one, guys. Good. Forwards. Can you feel them shoulders? Yes, I can too. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, let's put those down. All right, guys. Tap it out. Walk it out. Whatever whatever you feel comfortable with. We've got the big step forward next. You ready? Let's do it. So, good. So remember, we want that head over those hips. Okay? Head over the hips. Brilliant. We've got more than our fair quota of ABBA today. Thank you. I know. I've taken to using shuffle. It's like playing Russian roulette with music. I've taken to using the shuffle. Good. It's like, oh, it's exciting. What comes next? Good. Well, we literally have to get our excitement somewhere, don't we, friends? Okay, I forgot when we started. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Good. Let's see how the steps are going. Whoa, it's looking good. We're on 3,000 already. Woo. We get them in. Now, knee lift. Good. The steps, interestingly, on your pedometer, depending on where you got it, I've got a wrist space, but unless my arm is moving, it doesn't really recognize it. So it's quite interesting. Yeah. So you may find your pedometers give you more steps than mine, so it is accurate. Don't worry if it's more. Good. Oh, you can add those arms if you like. Fantastic, guys. And you can use whatever arms you like. Okay, slow it down. Walk it out. Ooh, I'm gonna roll my shoulders. Now, we've got that side tap with the pec deck. When you're ready, so we're just gonna soften those knees. Just try not to arch that back when you're doing this, guys. You've got it. So just find your pace. You can go a little bit slower. You can go a little bit faster. Make sure we're breathing out, my friends. Taking that breath in, breathing out. Good. Take those arms out if it gets too much of the shoulders. It's a lot of shoulder and arm work. I'm really trying to build in a lot of upper body and lower body strength just into that workout that we're doing, even though it's aerobic. Okay, let's bring it into that recovery walk. Now, how are we going to punch? Are we going to march and punch? Or are you going to take that split step? I'm going to go split step, okay? Make sure those knees are sort of bouncing, the knees in line with that toe. Forgot how to punch. Good. That's it. Ponytails are swimming. Fantastic, guys. Okay. Now, if you're doing the split splits, okay, we just change leading legs, okay? Oh dear. Will I ever be able to actually get a workout properly all the way through? Good. Come on. Fantastic. So after this, we have got 4 exercises left. 4 minutes. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Move those feet. Woo. Now, do you remember that wide-based sway? That's what we're going to do next. Now, we're going to change the arms this time, okay? No, I'm not going to say this. Good, okay. Off we go. Now, we'll stay with the same arms. Overcomplication is my middle name. Good. Now, we can just do this without the arms. But if you're comfortable, you can make the arms smaller or we can make them bigger. So it's a really nice core exercise. Really good for leg strength. Really good for balance. And makes you breathe faster. Okay. Brilliant, guys. 10 seconds to go. Good. Quiet down. Walk it out. Now, backward taps. Okay, backward taps. And we can add that arm movement. You can add a bicep curl, or you can add that forward range. I'm going to go bicep curl. My shoulders are actually really feeling that big work. Good. You should have heard the knocked out jailbird singing. I was just seeing if it's possible to move to the beat with this one. If you just want to dance around, if you just want to have a little boogie, be my guest, okay? Alright, we've got 5 seconds on this movement. Okay. Now, recover however you like. Have a little boogie. Okay, this is our recovery. 15 seconds. Alright, now got that double side step next, okay? Now, I don't know how it's going to go. So, we're going to go 1, 2. You got it, I've got the beat. I think I've got the beat. Alright, we got it. Just do whatever timing you want, guys. Whatever works for you. Good. Now remember, you can take the arms out if that breath's coming too fast. 3, 2, and last one. Walk it out. Good. Now, we had press-ups last time. I'm going to give you a choice. If your arm's feeling like you've worked too hard, we can do squats instead. Alright? If you're feeling really fruity, 10 press-ups, 10 squats. Let's do that. Okay. 10 press-ups. 10 press-ups. Good. 10 press-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 squats. 10, 9, 8. Good. Heels are down. 6. Brilliant. Chest is lifted. Squeezing that bottom on the way up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Move those feet, friends. We are done. Whew. What a session. Well done. You should feel really proud of yourself for that one. Really proud. It wasn't an easy one. It was really, really active. So great work. Lots of cardiovascular movement in that routine there. So, and our main aim with this session today and Tuesday is for that cardiovascular, that cardiorespiratory fitness, the stamina, the aerobic work. So well done. Now we're just going to have a little drink if you want one. You don't have to drink during the session, but what I would advise is that you do have a drink after the session, pretty soon after if you don't drink during. And it's amazing how much water we do actually use. Even if you think, well, I'm not sweating, you might be breathing out faster and it's just coming out that way. Good. Especially when we're indoors, it's slightly warmer. Great stuff, my friends. We just tend to get slightly warmer as well. So let's just take that gentle walk on the spot. We're going to just take, it's all about the circles today, isn't it? All about the circles. So nice and gentle. So whereas before we might have been sort of getting these hands up, you know, almost trying to just increase your workload, what we're doing now is just getting that range nice and slow, but the aim is to bring the heart rate down at the same time. So we're just taking that breath in, breath out. Think about that breath out more than the breath in generally. And then we're going to take a little tap forwards. Ooh, and you might start to feel that heart rate coming down a little bit. Just a little bit. And then just tapping out to the side. You'll notice we do extra long, particularly the warm-up, you might notice is longer with these sessions. And the cool down is always a minimum of 10 minutes. Same with the warm-up. And what it means then is that it's in line with the sort of the cardiac guidelines that we follow with the exercise referral scheme. Good. Gives the body plenty of time to adjust up and adjust down. And actually, I know lots of people who are, sort of, I'm thinking of a couple of triathletes who teach this type of session, and they say they always do a longer warm-up these days because they've seen how beneficial it is when you get to the main session. Right then, so we're going to take those little taps behind us. So, oh, well done, guys. You have done really well today, and I'm thoroughly enjoying these sessions. It's so great. So great to be with you on these funny time days, aren't they? So we're going to take that calf stretch. We're going to hold it for that little bit longer, about 15 seconds. We're going to hold it. Remember, you can use the wall if you like. All right. And just nice long back. Feel that stretch in the calf muscle. Bring it up. Let's just bring it in. And then we'll do the same on the other side. I'm actually going to hold on to the wall for mine. I might like to hold on to something. Just helps to have something you can really push that heel down. And we do have those feet hip width apart. They're not one behind the other. Sometimes it looks like it's one behind the other, but they are sort of nice and stable base. Good stuff. Right then, let's just bring it up. Let's come into that pedal and we'll just roll the shoulders. We're going to take one hand onto the opposite shoulder and we're going to hug that arm across the body. Just a little bit more upper body stretch today. Good. Breathe out. It's a really nice one, this one, isn't it? We're going to relax, just move the feet, take ourselves into position, then steady the feet as we move into that stretch. So you'll feel that sort of here, if that makes sense. Just hugging that arm in. Great stuff. And then we're just going to release. Just take a little squeeze up and down. And then we're going to take a little step out, open out that chest, and we're going to come in, bring those hands together. So we're going to step out, open out that chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, bring it in. Now this time we're going to step out, we're going to reach up, we're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're going to slide those shoulder blades all the way down that back. And we're going to see if we can bring those hands as close together as you feel comfortable behind you. You might be able to link those fingers together. Now open out that chest, draw those shoulder blades together. You might find you can squeeze those arms upwards slightly. And this is flexibility for the chest and the front of the shoulders. Good. Lovely to do this if you've been working at your desk, but just go easy because you'll be quite tight. So just get a few shoulder rolls in first. Lovely. Now, we're going to see if we can take that back of the thigh stretch. And you'll notice we just gently move those feet between each stretch. So again, we're trying to maintain those blood pressure levels. Now, you'll notice I've got my toe down. So what we're going to do is you can do toe up or toe down. I find toe down, you get a little bit higher up, which I'm needing at the moment, but if you prefer toe up, that's fine. Now we're going to come out back in on the same leg. Good. So we're not taking too much strain on the knee joint that's supporting you. Lovely. So we're doing 20 seconds in total on this one. And if you are doing these stretches on your own, feel free to do them for longer. We've got a finite amount of time at the end of a session. So we do almost what we call maintenance flexibility. But if you want to improve your flexibility, it's well worth having a little routine, a little bit more often. So we're going to come back in on the same side. Good. Fabulous. Now, let's bring it up. Bring it up. Notice that breath out. And this time, we're going to just take this hand over the same shoulder, reach down that back. You can always walk that arm into position as well. We're going to support this stretch. So we're going to hold that tricep area. And you can feel the muscle we're stretching, triceps, but it's also great for flexibility of the shoulder. Good. Now let's see if we can reach up. We're going to breathe in and then we're going to breathe out. So when we're breathing out and lifting, see if you can keep these hips nice and level. So keep pushing that foot into the floor. And then we get that stretch here. And then bring it down. Ooh, shake it out. Shake it out. Good stuff. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So just reaching over that shoulder. Good stuff. Now this is really useful for almost just holding that tension point. It's called an assisted stretch. So we're using this hand to assist this stretch. Breathing in and then breathing out. You can feel that, can't you? I'm like an iron bar, honestly. So yeah, I do these stretches as often as I can, to be honest with you, my friends. All right, so yeah, I can still feel myself creaking. Now, what stretches have we not done? We haven't done the front of the thigh. So I'm going to give you 2 for this one. We're going to start as if we were going into the calf stretch, but don't put your heel down, okay? Now, as we step backwards, I'm going to allow you to look at the floor in front of your big toe. And then what we're going to do, you can bend that knee slightly, the back leg if you like, or if you're not sure, just lift the chest and you'll feel this little stretch in the front of the hip. Okay, good stuff. Now, come back, and I like to hold onto the wall for that one because it's just a little bit, you don't want to get stuck. So I'm looking in front of me. As I take that step back, I can bend that knee if I like, but it's the lifting of the chest, this lengthening here. Good. Breathe out. And then bring it back. Lovely, guys. Just move those feet a little bit. So we're going to stretch out the quadriceps group of muscles here. So if you can't hold on to your sock or trouser leg or trainer, you can either just bend at the knee and just squeeze that heel to the bottom. But if you need that assistance, if you want to make it an assisted stretch, then we can take that toe onto a chair. I like to have that wall and get the stretch that way. Okay, and then we're going to hold that for about 15 seconds, release, and change legs. And this would be the traditional way, lifting that knee up in front, holding onto the back. Oh, I've got a little loop on the back of my trainer, which is perfect for this. Ooh, brilliant. New trainers, something exciting there, isn't it? Great stuff. Okay, oh, that's a nice stretch. Okay, come out of it. And if you don't mind, my friends, I'm going to finish off with this little stretch for the neck and the shoulders. We've got a choice of a couple, but I'm going to do this one today. The main thing is, when we started, we talked about just seeing if we can allow any tension just to seep out of the spine, out of the tailbone, out of the shoulders and the neck. So see if you can do that as you breathe out. And then with those really relaxed shoulders, we're going to look towards this right shoulder. Just look towards it. You don't have to be seeing it. And then very gently taking that right hand to the crown of the head and gently drawing that head so we're looking towards the right hip. Now, towards is the word you need to be aware of. You don't have to be seeing it. And then when you're ready, just gently, gently allow that head to come up. Breathe in, breathe out. We'll do the same for the left. So we're going to look towards that left shoulder. Try and keep those shoulders as relaxed as you can. Try and keep that spine as relaxed as you can. And gently, it's not a pull, it's a guide. Feel that stretch, just lengthening. And again, nice and easy does it. Good. And we'll just take that roll of the shoulders, and then we're going to finish just with that awareness of that breathing. We're going to try and allow that tension just to seep out of the spine. Notice the tailbone. Any tension in that lower back, shoulders. If there is, we're going to take a breath in, and we're just going to see if we can allow that tension to just float away with that breath out. So see if you can breathe out that tension. and breathe it out. Breath in and breath out. Ready for a little sleep now? Okay, wiggle those fingers, give those toes a shake. I just make sure I'm not going to trip over that chair. Great work, my friends. That was a great session. Well done. Yeah, and as always, stay in touch. If anything doesn't suit, if you think, oh, I'm not sure about this exercise, or am I doing it right? Or I want to improve my strength doing this, get in touch. We're there to help. All the nurse instructors are there behind the scenes, just planning, just all the time trying to support people to stay as active as you desire to be. So well done for another fabulous Friday, and we'll see you next week for second week of February. Spring is here. It is. Bye-bye. Great weekend to you all.